Hello and welcome to Strange Light Radio. Today we are planning to just have a little fun. We got Just Me Art Fan on the show today, and hopefully we can get him to share some of his amazing and beautiful and inspiring art with us. And without further ado, I'm going to invite my good friend here to the stage, and we will kind of just let this show goes wherever the hell it goes. And if anybody wants to jump on and chat with us, put the link in the chat.
What is up? What is that?
What is going on with my... Oh, dude, I like that background, bro.
Yeah, that was a fun one to make.
That is super cool.
So I did it in when I prompted it, it was I wanted to create an Ankh that had gene decode sequencing specific to a certain DNA encoding to a person, right? I was like,
yeah.
There we go. Yeah, so it had gene sequencing, gene encoding kind of in the imagery in the background and tied into the Ankh, and a lot of cool stuff wrapped up in that one.
Dude, that is gorgeous.
I love that beat that you had playing, man. I love that song.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
I think we were messing with that a while back.
Right. Oh, my coffee didn't brew. Come on, coffee. Trying to get this coffee going here.
You still tearing up that Uncommon Grounds coffee?
I ran out as soon as I
Oh,
could.
man.
I'm broke, man. I'm like beyond broke, but I wish I could buy some more of that. That is the best coffee, I swear. Like, I like my coffee. I don't like Starbucks. I don't like any of that other crap coffee, but I like the home coffee brewed in my coffee pot, and that is like the best coffee I've ever had is Uncommon Grounds coffee from Melvin and Michelle. Perfect.
Oh, yeah. I promised him that I was going to buy some, and I will hold my end of the bargain. I haven't done so yet because I'm also really picking and choosing when I could spend and when I can't spend. And,
Right.
you know, it's just the way it is. You know,
It's
maybe
just
if I
the way it is.
imagine that I'm not broke, then I could not be broke. Just
Well,
imagine that I got disposable income.
I've got it like a theory like this. The more pure at heart you are, the more you realize money is the root of evil because you don't have it.
That's why I'm a good guy.
Right. Maybe that's why I'm a good guy, because I'm broke all the time. You know, it has nothing to do with mismanaging money. We were great with money when it was flowing in. All of our bills were paid on time. We were great renters. I mean, everybody loves us, but circumstantial things happen to people and they throw certain speed bumps into us in life, and we get through them and over them.
Ain't that real?
Yep.
Ain't that the realest? Yeah, that's true, man. Sometimes we have like this. It's a very interesting, and I'm kind of like in most things, I'm kind of caught in between ideas and thoughts and conclusions, and sometimes it seems like we are. Yeah,
I'm great at the philosophy. If you ever have questions.
Well, that's what I'm digging into because I know you are. Yeah. Yep. I love hearing your philosophy, man. That's you had me listening on really, really late hours on Cool Frog Show, man, when you were just spilling out a lot of your philosophies, and I thought that was like one of the coolest things. And I know I said it a few times, but it was pretty cool because you know, everybody has a different viewpoint on things, and sometimes we get disgruntled about things like that, you know, in general. And I get it. You know, I could feel disgruntled sometimes about more than a few things, and but I guess I'm wired a little bit differently in a way, where I'm kind of wired
about it is,
yeah.
things will only affect me at the level that I allow myself to let them affect me. So if I've got energy or different things that are bugging me, it's only bugging me because I'm letting it absorb my energy. But I can recognize it, I can see it, and I can act accordingly. I can kind of, okay, I'm going to step left. It's a lot of philosophizing and analyzing while you're walking through it at the same time.
Yep.
But you don't want to
exactly.
overanalyze it either. You don't want to overanalyze it, because I call those overanalyzers.
That's a good name for it. There's, a lot of people are kind of concerned about like other people like inviting like bad spirits into their realm, and kind of a lot of be careful and stuff like that type of conversations. And when they come, I just tell them to leave, man. I just tell them, nah, this is not the place for you, man. Do a U-turn. I
Well,
I have my
see,
heart set
for
on
me,
being with positive energetic fields.
that's exactly it. For me, it's like if I recognize those negative vibes or vibrations, I won't even turn to acknowledge them to say, hey, I don't like it. I mean, it'll be short, sweet, and be like, nope, that doesn't suit my growth or my vibration, so it's gone. And I'll just keep stepping forward, because if I'm moving forward, I'm doing great. I'm making all of the quantum, entanglement happening. I'm living in the world of now. I'm making based stuff because it is the future, right? I am successful in my mind. These are just situational happenstances, right? But if
Yep.
I'm going through it looking forward, and all of a sudden something happens and I'm like, fuck, well, now I'm not looking forward. I'm looking back here. But if I'm walking forward and that shit happens, and I'll be like, okay, and just keep going forward, man. Because the more I will turn backwards to focus my attention on things that only matter in the mind of the construct of the mind, essentially, because everything's temporary. We might be going through problems, but guess what? We're still going to have a pulse. We're going to make it. And that's not a gift that everybody gets promised. Tomorrow is not promised to everybody. So we enjoy the day to the most of what we can today. And rather than reflecting on crap that doesn't suit our growth or raising our consciousness or learning our vibration, well, then it shouldn't be even in our thought process, because it doesn't serve us growing.
It's very true, and we can learn, and we often do learn from uncomfortable situations,
Oh yeah,
and it's kind of like
that's
an odd gift, because sometimes we don't take it as a gift. We sometimes see it as a curse, but it is a gift when you see that your heart can be opened, and that you may have needed something a little bit more challenging to further open up, to further reach your spiritual, potential, so to speak.
right. Well, it's all a mindset too. It's like things are going to happen to us in life. It's all in the mind, bro. Are you going to be a victim to what is happening to you, or are you going to be a survivor? Put your
Yeah, and it's
fucking
interesting
best on
because
it.
if you think about how people's mindsets become when they're feeling healthy, when they're feeling comfortable, when they're feeling particularly safe, sometimes it becomes a little bit aloof. Sometimes you can be distracted and start to find too much comfort in material goods.
Right, right. Well, it's that's a good topic in itself, right? So it's like on the realm of reality, right? Nobody makes it off of this ball alive. Period. We all have a time limit. We all have an expiration date, whether you like to admit it or not. And most of us do. We don't know when that's going to happen. Uh, but here's the thing: do we get to take anything with us when we die?
That's an interesting question.
Your memories, your consciousness, your journey, your spirit, your experience. That is what goes with you as the embodiment of you, right? That is what transcends. It's not this mouse. It's not this S Pen. It's not this fucking bong. You know what I mean? It's like fucking, I don't get to take none of this shit with me. So at the end of the day, it's like I have likes and interests and things matter, but I'm not going to dwell on things, or I'm not going to put things like, I'm not going to idolize things or idolize people, or, you know, worship things, or like, you know, cherish them, or whatever you want to say, like the wants or the needs or the minds, or the wants of the flesh and the mind. For me, my journey is more about that ascension. You know, the older I get, the more I want to grow myself into a more positive person, a more enlightened spiritual connection to my oneness, to my being, to my inner Christ consciousness. But at the same time, like, the more I grow that, the more I want to share that freely,
Yeah.
because that's the stuff that's meant to be paid forward and pushed into the universe to make the world a better place.
Yeah, doesn't it seem like when anybody becomes very open and becomes has that exposure to that great and beautiful and amazing force that is always there, but seems to have a lot of static, electricity, and noise that overwhelms that sensitivity that we can work to become more in touch with. Isn't it amazing how everybody wants to share that they realize that that is absolutely 100% worth sharing and worthy of sharing?
Well, to me, it's like, let's take it as the construct of positivity in the form of vibration or quantum entanglement, if you will. Love and light and positivity is so exponentially, you know, infinite. You know, it's something that is just growing. It's always infinite in all of its intricacies and infinite windows of that, right? Love and light is not something that you can contain into yourself. It's something that when you experience it, it fills us with, as you would call, the spirit, or the cosmic energy, the ether, the vibration, the quantum entanglement that you're vibrating on, that vibration level. It just wants to be shared. It wants to be shared. It doesn't want to be contained. And it's like the people that try and strive to, you know, grow and ascend upon those levels, the more the ego would say, hey, I want to take this and maybe, you know, keep it to myself, secrets, whatever. You know, those people don't get to ascend higher. It's like the people that are embodiment of love and light. Love and light is something that just shares like like the wind in the breeze, as naturally as it flows from one point to the other, you know, effortlessly.
Yeah, doesn't it seem like it's just like automatically beyond isolation? Isn't that the sense that you get, that it's just full of life and full of embodiment and full of all presence, that,
Oh yeah,
you know, you just
it's
you want to
very
share it
empowering.
because it is shared, because it is empowering, because it is beyond and above this isolation that the I would say this illusion of isolation that we feel like we live in a lot of the times.
Well, it's just, okay, so let's look at it like this. It's the psychological construct that keeps us into a prison style system. You know, it's like all of these constructs and systems in place, they're only fucking at every level in its wholeness. Like, if you drop dead tomorrow and your spirit ascends into heaven because you're a good person, right? None of this shit matters. It's all a construct of the mind here. And it's like, when it's kind of like the whole point of shattering the illusion of the matrix, right? When you start to realize all these things and really start to divulge and dive down all these rabbit holes of information and truth, and really, for me, the 20 years, it's not even been after the truth. It's been finding all the lies and removing the lies one at a time, one at a time, one at a time, one at a time. And lo and behold enough, when you're left with all of the lies pulled out and the truth is left, and it starts to have that label of, Ooh, conspiracy theory. Gee, I wonder why they gave it that label by the CIA to the people to, label them as nut jobs because they were onto their shit. They were onto them. But
Yeah.
when you pull all the lies out, man, and you're left with nothing but the truth, it's very divine in itself. It's almost like a path of divine through the Lord has steered us along our life path to even be allowed to be awake enough to learn that. Where other people, ignorance is bliss. The older I get, they have no idea. They're paid into that programming on their television, and they just have no clue. And are they not entertained? They have the football,
Yeah.
they have the basketball, they have the NASCAR. They are entertained. They have no idea what we are doing. Ha ha ha! But we will tell them in subtle little ways, subtly, and they'll have no idea. But it'll be our truth to tell them, but they won't know it. Yeah, that's how it works.
We're trying so hard to help.
Yeah.
We are trying to help you. You just need to help us help you. Yeah, of course you think about, the slandering words like conspiracy theory and many other, slanderous words that there are.
Fake news, legalized
news.
propaganda, the war machine, the
All these
military industrial complex, the cabal, the deep state, the elite crap, the world WE, all of that crap, dude, all of it compiled together. And it's like so many people want to be like, oh, well, this is isolated, its own thing. It's this and this. I'm like, dude.
Department of Justice, Department of Defense.
Tie it all back to that main focal point, and they all have the same ties. Satanic occult shit that ain't gonna tell you the truth, or me, or him, or her. So all we have to do is go digging and diving in as far as we can to put all those paper trails together. And that's been my 20 years of my life. Like, I haven't really had hobbies. I've had interests in maybe having hobbies for 20 years, but struggle, like life has happened to me a lot more than a lot of people, I guess. But I roll with it, right? I haven't been locked down in 10 years ever in my life to, grow a place and have that kind of stability ever since I was adopted when I was like 3 years old. I was adopted out, didn't know my mom and my dad. I met my mom when I was 17 and I met my dad when I was 25, right? But really kind of sheltered and crazy life. But since I was 17 years old and I decided to leave and go meet my mom, on average, I have moved every 6 months to a year since I was 17 years old because of life situations, between losing my mom, losing my dad, losing my stepdad, losing my adopted dad, losing my sister to suicide, and life all in between. I got 2 kids, baby mama problems, like bad decisions on my part. I should have probably chose better, but I love my kids to death. They're absolutely beautiful, so I guess, as Bob Ross would say, happy accidents.
Yeah, so, aren't they really? Isn't that really the truth, though?
And I'm not going to sit here and I'm not going to badmouth my baby's mamas or anything like that. It's just to each and everybody on their own path of learning. It's like you're either going to choose to grow or you're going to choose to divulge into what you knew was right, and you're going to be like, nah, I'm happy, I'm having fun, and that ego is going to take over. I gave that up a long time ago. The drinking, the partying, and all that, women, like girls and all that crap, with all my traumas and all my life, bad relationships. Like, I got over that, man. It was like, I'd rather stay at home, rather make coffee at home, rather cook dinner every night, rather see my wife, the same person, every single night, and have that stability, dude. That's that shit that dreams are made of.
Right.
Like, the whole world can be burning down around us, which it literally, in a sense, in my life has been. But me and my wife still have each other.
Yeah. Isn't that amazing? And isn't it kind of crazy to think about? And it might even be hard for you and hard for me because it seems like we've had different experiences. But can you believe that, like, of course, people have their differences in life and, people separate and stuff like that. But like some of the reasons for families like splitting up in these last, 4 or 5 years has just been horrific.
It's been
brainwashing, propagandist,
It's
reasons
been
for that to
an
happen.
agenda. Yeah, it's absolutely been a premeditated agenda executed like a fucking algorithm system computer that you hit play and send it out to the people, just like a psyops. Man, everybody knows it's all connected. All of it's like a psyops. There's a lot of theater going on right now. There's a lot of confusion. There's a lot of paid propaganda and fake media that's paid for, pushed to the people, to keep them disinformed and keep them, but it's like the people that are smart enough to say throw your TV away and actually like just start researching instead of regurgitating what you think other people think that they thought that they think they thought it.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
you know what I mean? It's like if you find something, well, go do some research on that and make sure that it's accredited. If not, then be like, hey, this one right here, hey guys, this one's BS. They are lefty. We can tie them to the left. Or hey, this one's good. We can tie them to all the other sources that are great that also have great information, that support each other. But
Yeah,
it's been a journey for sure. 20 years of my life with not really any hobbies, and I've had nothing to do but search the internet for just 20 years of hundreds of thousands of hours of information on everything.
yeah, I hear you. I've had some continuous hobbies throughout my life, since I was a teenager, and um, oddly enough, I never really got that great at any of them. I would say the best thing I did well was I felt like I became a really good lyric writer when it came to like writing hip hop, rap songs and stuff like that. And the only reason I say
Hey,
that is because because not just because I'm narcissistic, um, but because it's not like a lot of people heard my stuff by any means, but
right.
there's a few
Hey,
people who heard it and really liked it, and that was like cool, man. And they'll like, you know, shit, dude, I lost my phone is done again. Can you send me like those songs over again? And that was always like a big
right.
process because I gotta like bounce them from here to here to there.
Oh, it's always, dude, just retaining the data in a way to where it's easily accessible is always the biggest challenge.
But I
So
love
it's
writing.
like right now I was telling you I made a 30-minute video and I kind of
Yeah.
almost had finished it at 4 o'clock this morning when I finally decided to go to bed and get off my podcast. And it was, we had to leave our hotel. It was 28 days. We're only allowed there 28 days. So we ended up at my sister's for 2 weeks. And then hopefully we got enough to go back into that hotel for the next 28 days again. So it's all this back and forth shit. But we have this little twin bed, and my wife, she was sleeping so comfy I wasn't gonna freaking wake her up and
Yeah,
like bug
man.
her and all that shit. So I stayed up till 4 a.m, being as quiet as I could, doing my podcast, had everything in my headphones, and just let her sleep. I like just let her, like
Get that feel good.
yeah, just let her sleep because she was up this morning off the coffee, kissed me goodbye, and off she goes because she's great at what she does. I can't do what she does. If I tried to deliver like she does, I would probably I would have meltdowns. Me and addresses and just the way that stupid people put stupid things together, like apartment complexes, for example. I don't know if you've ever experienced pulling into a apartment complex, and then it's laid out like you have building A, building F, building W, building Z, building Y, building fucking maybe, building something, building who cares, and building the guy who even hung the number upside down because they don't care. Or
It's behind a tree.
or right. Or let's have all of these buildings in here, but then we'll put the numbers this small so that when you're a delivery guy and you want somebody that has a delivery there, you'd have to like get out with whatever you're delivering and walk the whole damn thing and be like, well, that wasn't it. Oh, well, that wasn't it. And like, who does this shit? And here's another thing. Why did they build apartments so close together? They are not apart at all.
Yeah, unapartments.
Yeah, they should call them, hi, come rent our unapartment.
Right.
Come rent our enclosement.
I remember back in the day doing deliveries and doing service calls as well, and using what was it called, those big old freaking map books, and you get one for like
the index directory in the yellow pages when they had actually like each page of your local maps in it. Dude, I
want to say
remember
like a
being
Thomas guide or something like that.
oh yeah, that too, like a TomTom guide or whatever it was.
It was
But
like this thick, and like it would like be Contra Costa County or wherever. It would like give different like
right.
areas,
So
show
I
the
grew up in
streets.
I grew up in Las Vegas, and the phone books, I believe it was, actually had like a road index in it with the streets. Because I remember when I was in Boy Scouts when I was younger, we used to do the food drives, the canned food for all the different causes like Goodwill and stuff like that, and all those other ones, you know. But we'd go do the can drives, and I remember being a kid, like we'd be in the books and looking at the map and walking the streets, and like we'd have buddies like 3 streets over and then one that way, and we'd all meet up somewhere. But we'd like 6-hour shift little Boy Scouts doing food drives, and we all got a truck. We're going and picking up all the bags, stacking them in the back of the truck, and at the end of the day, we meet up back at the church group. Holy crap, we got like 9 trucks. Right, we're good. But just cool stuff, you know. I remember having that memory as a kid, having to learn to read the road maps in the phone book to figure out what streets we were on.
Read it for the driver.
Yeah. Sometimes. Oh, I remember where I was going when I was talking about that video I made. Dude, it's got a lot of it. It doesn't have any lyrics in it, but it's got some great beats in it.
Yeah, we could pull that up. Let me.
I could do that. I would actually have to pull it up in my share screen, so I'll have to do it to present, and then you'll have to allow that access.
Okay, you want to do that?
Dealy Popper.
Heck yeah.
So let me get it queued up real quick, and we'll go entire screen with sound.
Nice.
Now I believe I have the volume adjusted enough, so I'm gonna go ahead and that should. Let's see, got it. Yep. Okay, now I just gotta shift my window over here. Oh, let's see, that was right here. And that should, let's see. I have to view that because I'm in theater mode. Oh yeah, because I'm entire screen. That's the only way I can pick up my CapCut. So what I need to do is I need to slide over here and catch that. And let it do its thing for a second. Can you see my screen?
I can't. Oh, let me pop it up there. There we go. Let's see. Let me put it on solo mode. Okay, so yeah, your screen's on there, and we are hidden.
Okay, so this is going to get real fun. I'm going to throw mine in the theater mode. I believe I've got all of this sound adjusted out enough, and I'm going to mute my mic while this plays.
I'm going to do the same, and I'm going to go big screen on what I could do on my laptop here.
Okay, and then it's like 28 minutes long, but when it's done playing, let me know what you think, because I was thinking me and you could do some real cool mashups in like 4 or 5 songs in this video.
Okay.
Like be some lyrical geniuses, like some lyrical tactician, and spit it like a wizard. I just be like the turkey and hanging the gizzard. I put it on the big screen and pop it like a movie. And even though I threw this video together, it's kind of groovy.
Yes. Heck yeah.
All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Uh-oh, no sounds coming through.
Hold on a sec.
Never mind, wrong. That was the
Was it
wrong
working at
headphones. I took my headphones off and switched them. Nope, you're good.
Is this still okay? I'm just
I'm
gonna
insane.
just before I hit play on this back again, I'm gonna shut this down. You're okay. It happens to me too. I'm like, oh, I don't know if I have it. I don't know if it is because StreamYard does some weird shit sometimes, you know.
Well, yeah, and I brought out an
I'm
extra
just
pair
gonna
of
shrink
headphones
that
because
down just to kind of give you guys an idea.
I was trying to check my monitor because StreamYard doesn't let you monitor your stuff, your own voice.
Right.
And so I was trying to do a workaround.
That's what I was struggling with too. So usually I'll mute my mic and I'll like say something because there is a lag on the when you're like live on Rumble and stuff. There's like at least a 5-second lag. So usually I'll say hey or test and I'll mute my mic and I'll have my phone turned up with it on the show just long enough to catch my voice. And I'm like, all right, we're good. Mute the phone again, turn the mic back on, and rock with it. You know.
Yeah, I just ran and I had to shut the lights off. I want to set myself up for a movie view.
Right, dude. I want to get
had the big bright light in my face.
So like this is a dream of mine. Okay, so anybody knows that when I first started this, like I've had a projector for years. I mean, since I was 17 years old, I used to have a wireless keyboard, wireless mouse projector set up to the PC, and I could sit on and basically cruise anything and Xbox, play games off of the projector projected onto my entire wall. So like a 20-foot TV. But it's always been a lower quality projector. One of these days, I am going to get one of them nice ones. I'll be able to set it up in a mobile art booth at a venue. I'll be able to set my projector up live, make videos sitting at my laptop or on the laptop or the computer or the whole, even my creation station, my S Pen tablet off of the laptop with all the same tooling to where I can go mobile. And then I can take my heat transfer press. I can make images, make video with the images. I can take those images and press them onto a t-shirt for kids at a venue, like give them good cheap prices, like $5 a shirt for a kid. And they'd be like, well, if parents want one, how about $30? You know what I mean? And like throw out some free stuff, do some charity work, do some really neat stuff with art everywhere. Eventually get like some more better displays, get the clothing going. But just make cool stuff. I love making cool stuff, but a dream of mine was to be able to go mobile on a huge, giant, inflatable screen with basically a stage theater just like this. And I used to do movie nights when I lived in Utah, when I lived in a little, I guess it was a property kind of like a farm, but it had a whole bunch of like trailers and little trailer houses and little campers and stuff that everybody was living in. That the owner was kind enough to let us afford to live there, right? I used to do movie nights, popped up on the side of a warehouse building, you know, just a tin building with white walls on the side. And I do movie night. Cool. And we'd have all the neighbors in our line right there. They'd just pile up chairs and stuff. And we'd just watch movie night on the projector when it was dark enough to shoot my projector on the wall. Just fun stuff, man. And that's something I've always liked doing, but
yeah, that's too cool. That'd be fun out camping and doing that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So, and then even be able to be like camping, right? Be like, well, fire up the generator. I'm going to press a t-shirt of a picture I'm making of us camping, right? Or whatever, you know, just whenever. Art the world on the fly. So we'll go ahead and throw this back up.
All right. Sorry about that.
No, you're fine. I just wanted to make sure we're good and everybody can get the sound of that. So
I panicked.
I haven't even saved this video yet.
Really?
Oh, yeah, it's like
But you played it on your show last night, so at least you got it. At least you got it filed away for the time being.
Well, it's in my CapCut video editor right now as a project still, so it's not saved as an actual file on the computer yet. But I just literally got done editing the last little bit of it even further right before I hopped on the show. I added the matrix rain, a bunch of morph effects, a bunch of text and wording, and so we're just gonna rock it and check it out. This is like the preview presentation right here.
All right, let's rock and roll.
Heck yeah, brother. Ready, set, go.
Yeah, I like this beat, I'm gonna keep it neat. I'll drop the beat and drop the flow. I'm gonna keep it real discreet. I'm gonna drop the truth, give you the truth about Hillary and all the shit that you just can't fathom. It is killing me. Busted like the truth, the children she be trafficking. All the shit that's going on, I wish it wasn't happening. Beat the fucking Joe Biden with the bat. I'm tired of his shit, and we want our good president back. MAGA 45, do it just to thrive. About to rise and shine and bring life back alive. Subscribe and chill, yeah, that's what we do for real. Just me, Art Fan Show, out for the kill. Real, kick it hot, yeah, I'm just smoking pot. And I'm just doing my thing. while I do it a lot.
Just chilling, feeling it, moving it. So that's the way this shit always goes. Slam the doors closed. Standing, no more rows.
Like a lyrical G. Oh, it changed the beat right here. Dang it, I forgot. I wish that beat was like 10 minutes longer, man. That's such a good beat.
There's some good ones in there. We'll just feel it. Mute it till I live it, and then we'll just spit it. Same thing. Go for it, bro.
I'm loving this video.
Like a lyrical genius, I'm gonna tactish in my mind, hit rewind, even though I'm gonna do it. Take the time, bust it chill, bust it silly for real, and out for the kill, and I don't give a fuck for real. Get it hot, yeah, they gonna censorship all my shit, cause it's base as fuck, that is what is with it. I don't give a damn, cause I just make more shit, and keep it legit.
There we go. Got a little extra volume now. The extra volume got me calling. The beat keeps falling and coming back, and that's okay.
Ready, steady, let it go. As I turn up the volume and then I drop on the bass. Got no time to waste and making all the haste. Lyrical genius, and then I tactish in my mind. Hit rewind, and that's what I do good. Cause I am kind. I hit it all on the flow, bust it on this track. And even though it's based as fuck, it's still coming back.
Like rhyme it like a prompt, right? Like when I'm making art. That would be fun.
Oh, yeah.
That's interesting. I'm gonna try and do that. That'd be fun, right? Think about this out.
As I think of this picture and I just gather it in my mind.
Oh, it skipped on the beat there. Let's try it back again.
I know, that's what I was kind of...
Feel it out, right?
As I'm painting a picture and then I gather it in my mind. Where did the music go and where is the time?
It's about to get hot now.
Got it, baby. Got the motivator music right there.
I picked all like a mega mashup.
If I don't sound like I'm on beat, it's only because it's a stream. It's not me, I promise. Uh-oh. I didn't pay my my StreamYard bill.
Your StreamYard, you had to reload it?
I don't know. I notice sometimes when like music's on the scene, it gets a little weird, but that's all good, you know. Just trying to get my ass in gear here.
Right.
Yeah, I like that. I like that little school in the back.
This is a real stomper right here.
Yeah, this is a motivator.
Yeah, you ready?
You kind of just float right into it, but it keeps going in and out for me. Would you like to play a little game of in and out? A little thing called Hide the Rhythm.
Let's. Hide the rhythm, hide the mic and the fantasy. Even though I put it in a video that you can't see. Even though you wanna drink some Hennessy and you about to drop the mic and what I made, see? I don't know, I lost the beat, let it do its thing. I just do it like a diamond ring. Let it bang, let it bling. I like to sing.
About to move the world like a string. Bring these things. Sitting on a obscene stream of nothing.
Maybe I just. Oh yeah, I was gonna try and do a prompt.
Rubbing my eyes, trying to wake the hell up.
Thinking about a prompt. There we go. Thinking about a prompt, gonna put it together. Even though I'm gonna make it real hot and clever. I'm gonna bust it real sick with the really good cheddar. And I'm gonna make it really good, last forever. Right into another
right
beat.
It stops, right?
Right. Yeah. Just let it go.
Yeah, overpower.
Yeah,
with
as I made
dominance.
this movie, it occurred to me all the things that we could put down in music lyricy, lyrical rhymes, and then we gonna take the time. I'm gonna bring it into a brilliant thing of mine. Let it shine. Look at this, is fine. I created a generator in my mind and brought it into what you can see, reality, and put it into some dope-based videography.
Flip off the light, turning day to night, taking flight, slapping the plane down with the palm of my hand, crossing the desert where there's no sand. Karate man, teaching karate classes to the masses, digging ditches in my britches.
From dark to light, the strong fight. Throw your wings out and let them take flight. It'll feel right. You
Feels
can
good.
fight strong through the night. And I don't give a damn, cause we come mate on and Kung Fu Ninja. Kicking your fool in the face strong. Get it long. It's like the fight. We coming strong.
Like the
And in this day and
Street
age of war,
Fighter.
we want it gone. Like the burning flames. The shit that causes pain. And even driving into my vein in the main.
The game of history,
I like that background. That's
liberty,
cool.
we're bringing
Cosmic.
it way back to chivalry. Laughing hysterically at what you find,
Thinking about the days
put you
of
together.
repression,
It's
the
like you're
obsession,
molding.
the missions of the shit that's guessing leaves us in the unblessing. We is testing. Sick of it. Violence is the answer. The obsession.
Sing to the chorus.
This is a cool video, man. I really like how this video turned out.
My skin is awfully porous. Sweat and liquor. Playing in games. Hope to be the
And it's
victor.
going to change beats again right when we get into it.
Hey, so one thing I can do is I can actually make tracks where I can loop those beats. I can get that.
Thank you. Muchas gracias.
About to take flight, and even though inside my mind, getting the little girl juicing, hit rewind. About to take flight in this battlefield strong. Get in my plane and fly it, and yeah, you know it's on. Grab my bone and sing this song. Write down these lyrics, and I don't give a damn. Make the music loud, like flow slow, and we really let it go. I just like the beat, so I make the
Grab the
rhymes
bong,
neat, and I'm
shove
trying
it in
this
your
little
face just
thing,
like
and
my
I don't
schlong.
listen, it's sweet. Make it do a beat.
Tell me I'm wrong when I'm right.
Like,
Yeah.
When I'm
suggest
grabbing
you
on my
take
bone
flight.
and I'm ripping really strong and the lungs hit me and I'm on the floor strong. Wake me with the sound of a gong and maybe we just wake up and then we can get along. Hit it again and again and we put it on my chin. The smile and the effect, it just does it again. I just have been fun making freaking music, and even though that's what I love, I just choose it. Wee, look at me. I made a video. Maybe I will make 3. I just make art, and I love it very much. I just have the touch. I have the touch. It's fun, man. It's so fun.
Don't touch. Hands off.
Get it, brother.
Now get those clams off. I'm eating frog legs on a warm day. Downtown Hollywood, where nothing's really all that good.
Strong.
I'm at the distillery with Hillary.
Having fun, chilling for the kill. I want the keys to the castle, even though so ain't how I come with my blasters into disaster. Hassle, fassle. But no, I'm gonna do it really fun. I'm gonna have it all day in the sun. I do it nice, strong, like ship in my hand. I got a plan. Like coming for the keys of the castle is such a hassle, and even though I'm the master of disaster, and that's the hassle.
You ain't wearing shit if you
Something
don't
like
have
that. I don't know,
tassels.
something. I could actually get my AI to help me with lyrics and lay it in here.
These little rascals. They really got you thinking they're running shit. But they're just a bunch
Like
of
a
shit
mirror
eaters.
image while I'm thinking of time. I'm gonna flip it and reverse it, and then we hit rewind. Thinking about the time when it was like 95. Even though we was chilling, we just all felt alive. The economy was strong, we could all rip along. Sneak in the back and hit it, we could smoke on our song. We got along.
We got the green
vibing,
guru.
even though we was chilling and not so many people was dying.
And all the wild wind.
If I was gonna prompt a picture and make it into art, I would make it strong and lift up my friends. And I'd make it 100. I'd do it again. I'd make a fucking show where I teach you to make art. It would be really hot. It would set me apart. But it isn't about me, so I teach it to you. That way all of our message can come through, dude. Not to be rude, it's not about me, it's about respect. I'm about to get the truth out and just get it off your chest, get it out your mind while you taking time. Flip it and reverse it, and then you gonna hit rewind. Then we hit it like it's hot. Matrix rain, bring the pain. We throw the soldiers in the arc and bring it to your face, man. I love this beat. I wish I had a truck still with the system like I used to. Man, I'd shake the windows off of every damn house with this. Be out there flowing, dancing, just having a great time.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Let's talk about that topic. It is called Pizza Gate, and it always gets buried, unburied before it's too late. Before the news and fake media too sweeps it under the floor and we try to act rude. Right? Or something, man.
It's like a rude dude with an attitude. I'm getting blue in the face.
Ooh, here we go
Chasing my
again.
own tail with some
Get like a
human
beat.
waste.
Yeah.
Hello. Hello. Gotta get.
This was
Just
a
a little
hippy
bit.
one.
Gotta get. Just a little bit.
Yeah, this one's fast.
Let's dive into a topic, not to be rude, but I'm gonna be that dude. All the shit that nobody wants to talk about, even though we gonna bring it out. Scream and shout.
AI spells love.
Cool effects in this video. I really liked it.
Yeah, awesome effects.
That's when your mind is captivated by the love. Even though you gotta grab your friend and give him a hug. And even though you're chilling, you just wanna have some fun. Cause positivity is the thing that we really want. Something in the fucking sun. Even though we having fun and we just rhyming some.
It's really hoppy. It's really fast.
And I'm
it's
just
hard
sitting
to
here
get
with
it
my
mind unless you,
with
like,
my thumb in
practice
my
and
bung.
practice.
Just sitting here with my thumb in my bone. But to be honest, I'm having a lot of fun. And I can't always
Right.
say that there's any sun right now because I hear the rain and
To
it's
be
coming
honest,
down.
I'm happy with this habit. All my life, I've been chasing the white rabbit, finding the information as it comes to me. Even though I could break it with the captivating liberty, even though I would let them see, let it free, let it be like the Matrix unlocked. Sweet see is something.
I'd have to write all these down, and then like I did that at one point in time. I had my AI help me, and then I was copying and pasting them in a generator, which I could actually. I did that. This video is still not over. There's another beat. Oh, I made this for my buddy. He said this song reminded me of him, so I made this video to put it all together right before Christmas.
Revolutionary,
It's a good one.
frontline standing, solitary, mind state, kind of scary. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath and put me on the front line. Put me on the front line. Put me on the front line. I'm strong. I'm battle tested. I'm strong. I'm battle tested. I'm strong. I'm battle tested. I'm battle tested. I'm battle tested. I'm battle tested. I'm strong. I'm battle tested. I'm strong. I'm battle tested. I'm battle tested. I'm battle tested. Follow me until the end. Heart beating faster. Don't forget to breathe and put me on the front line. 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 I'm strong. I'm battle tested. I'm strong. I'm battle tested. I'm strong. I'm battle tested. I'm battle tested. I'm battle tested. I'm strong. I'm battle tested. I'm strong. I'm battle tested. I'm battle tested. I'm battle tested. I'm strong.
Making mistakes is better than faking perfection. Don't change your vibe to fit in someone else's life.
Yes. And there'll be a nice outro from my buddy Brian Alaska. He made that. That is just super rad. I love it so much. I asked him if I could put that in there, and he says, yes, please. So, that is my fancy video. Fancy that. All right, let's dive right back into. Where's my string here? Right here. And then we can stop share.
You still there, you still there, Butsky? Dun, dun, dun. But anyway, I mean, he'd probably have to accept that again. I could have just kept it in there and rolled with it, but since I did that a little early, I can always show you guys some cool art that I did in my background. He's back. Cool.
Hey, what did I miss?
Oh, not much. The video literally just ended. You were here up until like the last couple just minutes, so you weren't gone very long.
That's a badass video. I wonder, it might like be skipping like a little bit because of like all that running power, playing it through the like the video generator while streaming and doing all that stuff.
Right.
Yeah,
You're
because
right.
those beats are sick. That video is super freaking cool.
So I'm gonna throw even more editing into that, and then I am gonna upload that to my Rumble channel as a just video instead of doing it as a live. And that way it'll actually, if you have the computing internet power enough to click on my video on Rumble, it should play smoothly, effortlessly every time. So
yeah, that's for
that way. That way, if you're driving down the road and you got a nice stereo in your car and you want to hear some cool beats and watch my video, right?
Right,
like,
exactly. That's how I would do it.
And then for like a week's time on repeat, build those lyrics like you want, and then we could do a mashup with that.
Yeah, you know what? I really wish that I could figure out how to be able to monitor myself.
The chat or your voice?
My own voice. It's a little bit weird. Like if I go like this and like take a headphone off, I feel a little bit more normal because I could hear my like regular unmuffled voice. But that's not really cool when you're listening to a beat. You know, I like it loud. I like to like it to move me. Shit, I just left my water in the other room. Will you see if anybody might hit the like button for us real quick?
Oh, I got that right here. I can do that. Whoa. I smashed it. It's got one. Oh, we got 10 people watching, bro. We're chilling. Heck yeah. But dude, I like your hat too. That's a killer hat. I love hats.
Oh, thank you.
More hats. I wish I could afford the good hats.
This is kind of cool.
Could find the company. I wish I could find a company that will allow me to do like my Teespring does. That will let me make stuff like that.
We'll find one.
Because I've made so many, but like them shoes I made, I want to make them shoes real. I know people that had told me straight up they'd be like, I'd pay $200-$300 for those shoes, and I don't have the money to buy like.
I've seen people on your show that wanted to buy them.
To have them made. Yeah. And just all of the prompts and styles and clothes that I make anyway in my art, I would love to make more real with my tooling and my Teespring. But I mean, it's all right. It does decent, but it's very limited and it's very conservative, or not conservative. It blocks me a lot of stuff. It blocks.
It's
I want to be able to
all
make
a matter of time.
If I put Trump on it, it would be like, nope, you can't do it.
Yeah, there's a lot of one of my friends, he was, I don't know, working for like did like merchandising or something for some company, and he gave me this hat, and
that's cool.
Yeah, it was really cool, and so I think it was like he gave it to me like probably like early in the Trump years. But I don't think he like gave it to me like like, oh, hey, here's a Trump hat for you. It was just a hat with a flag, an eagle, and it was like cool details. And
I like it.
Yeah, and
dude, I
at that point
right now, just like that.
Yeah, at that point, I wasn't even like. I didn't really give a fuck about politics whatsoever. I didn't want to. Like I
used to not.
I was like, yeah, me too. And so I was like at that mindset where like. Yeah, I don't trust anybody. I don't trust any politician. I know they're all against us. You know, that was my mindset and stuff like that. And then I had a few friends that were like, and like a few Latin guys too that were like, no, Trump's, you know, the guy. Trump's way better, and just didn't know anything. I'm like, oh man, still, I don't trust nobody. I don't trust any of these
Well,
politicians. I
it's
I
like
don't want anything to do with them. And
I trust the ideology of the plan, and I love the plan, and I love the notions and incantations and the message behind the plan and the operations and all of it and its intricacies of my 20 years of researching, digging out all of the truth and throwing away all the garbage, you know, and it was hard to depict. And by no means do I know it all, but I have a very big tinfoil hat in a lot of areas, right?
yeah,
But
I at that point kind of just going back.
yeah,
I
they just go hand in hand. They're symbiotic. They mesh
I
very
already,
well.
you know, I've clearly witnessed all the lies and all the deceit and all the nonsense that took place
The stages of grief.
after
the
9/11. So
the stages of grief of learning it all, in the process of learning it all the
Well,
stages of grief that one would go through.
it never came as a big surprise. You know, I was kind of, I would say, like kind of raised on that type of information, so it wasn't like a big surprise. And then, you know, being in my early 20s during 9/11, again, and not, I didn't really watch the news much or anything, but it was like so easy for my brain to see that, you know, what was said, you know, 5 days ago has just been contradicted by some different information, and so on and so on. And I was just wondering, like, why? How are people not noticing that there is just like they're changing the story as they go? Like the same with the, you know, the same with the scamdemic stuff, right? The everything gets changed along the way. Every little piece of information gets changed as they go. And for whatever freaking reason, I can't explain it. It's very odd to me. All I could attribute it to is that people remember, I guess, what they think is important to them. And so if none of these things are important, then they have no baseline memory for it. And so they could be lied to over and over again. And the news cycle is so freaking ridiculously fast, right?
Well, people will pick and source what they want to choose as truth and information instead of divulging into the stuff that they don't like to learn. People be like, I don't believe that because I would try, but I don't even like researching that, you know, so I don't believe it. You know, so there's ignorance. You know, it comes back to the saying, ignorance is bliss. And the older I get, I realize the more woke you are, it's got to be ignorance, dude. Other than it's sheer pandemonium, you have no idea what's going on in the world, and you're just like, your feelings fucking matter, and you have like fucking prefixes and suffixes and itsixes and fucking x's and whatever the fuck pronouns, you know.
Yeah, and of course you're gonna want, like, if something is like freaking blowing away like your belief system, of course that's going to be a hard thing to understand and wrap your head around and want to even want.
I love
to
that you
wrap
just
your
said
head
that.
around. Yeah.
I'm thinking a thought in my head. Belief system. Is belief a tangible thing? So you can't place it to a system that's tangible. And so many people do. That was like an epiphany right there.
Yeah, and if you think about it, like systems, the majority of systems in our life are intangible.
Spiritual. It makes it. Let's say churches make it a tangible system that is capable of being infiltrated. You know, which we know throughout history. We have all the books removed from the Bible. You know, the Apocrypha. The book of Enoch, you know, the book of Enoch talks about giants as tall as 300 L's. And if you look into history of what a L was, L back in the measurement in the day was a elbow, 2 fingertip was in 1 L, 300 L's tall. Like biblical times, like, you know, all of the books removed are very, very interesting, very cosmic, very kind of crazy, but it doesn't take away from the fact that, you know, people will place religion as a earthly like place that they go to church, and it's that one, and I'm more on it's divine, it's cosmic, it's universal, it's like a universal law, cosmic, divine one, and it's it even talks about it in the Bible. We can dive into the Bible.
Yeah.
I think it's in Ephesians. It talks about God's knowledge is not of this earth. He gives us all of this, but his benevolence and his divine, bro, it's so fucking out of this. It ain't from here, bro. So it's like if God was to show his face, and everybody's so ignorant, they think that he wouldn't be that divine, dude. They are out of their damn minds.
I want to.
They're out of their damn minds.
I had this.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is. I had this dream. Let me show you because you might have some reference to this. I didn't at the time, but as usual, pieces
I've got
of the puzzle.
references to it.
People.
I've got references in pictures in my gallery on my phone. I've got over 60. I mean, just in my recent images, there's 30,000, but altogether, collectively, there's probably, I would even dare say that there's 100,000 images in my phone of all different kind of cool things that I like, of information, memes, pictures, art. Memes are great because you can put Bible quotes and verses on it. You can put ancient things hidden in like a meme. That's why the meme culture is so amazing.
And let me just see if you can see that there.
Oh, you'd have to turn your background off because it disappears you.
Oh, criminy.
I learned that the other day. I was trying to show something that I had made, and
so let's see if I could do that.
I don't think I do.
Oh, it doesn't like to be that close.
I noticed with the digital background, it has issues in the focus range. So even my hand right there, but if it's in front of my face, for the most part, it will pick it up. But as soon as I get it at a certain range or move it side to side, it won't pick it up. But if right. Okay, so what do you got there? Oh,
you see the eye?
Yeah, I see that eye, and it's tied to a DNA helical. So this picture excites me because I know a lot of topics and a lot of information on this that I could. It's hard to open it and talk it into words because I only know like the category of the title folder in which it lies deeper in my brain and my subconsciousness, which I'd have to dive into to refresh all of it, right?
Yeah.
But the eyes, the optical, the frequency, light, and sound existing on the same scale in measurement, the divine creation, the footprint, the 369 spiral creation of life that is divine, like God's creation, that is everywhere in everything, and biblical because it is not of this world. He created it, like he done did it. He did it. You know, it's not some we go to church and be like, and then we treat everybody like shit with our egos and dive into this shit that don't matter with our minds and all the construct of the matrix and the indoctrination. It's really sad to see that we were not allowed to live and be kept in our divine or our elegance. It makes you wonder what humanity did to be locked into a construct of what is now the control of the whole system.
Well, some people say some people believe that this is like a duplicate. This is a simulation of more or less like divine Earth. And this
I wouldn't say. Well, it could be too. There's a lot of things. I mean, you want to type? We can dive into some cool topics. I'll be right back just a second.
Oh, yeah.
I'll grab my poster I love so much that helps me remember my thoughts, and it was like probably, let's be honest, it was probably 60% more advanced than what my research over 15 years at the time was before I found this poster.
Oh, that's too cool. Yeah, it's interesting. I'm glad that you gave me some feedback because that image, I tried to draw it based on a dream that I had.
It'll pull up at all. Probably
and
not.
It was
it's too reflective. Oh, yeah. I tried.
Oh, we're seeing it. We're seeing it's coming through.
It's trying.
We got rays of light.
But anyway, I can read some stuff off of it.
Yeah,
I mean, what do we want to talk about? We'll talk about the good stuff.
all
Like
things.
light workers, star seeds, wandering indigos, awakened ones. Right?
Yep.
Let's see what else we got. Astral travelers, lucid dreaming. Oh yeah.
It's interesting because there is just as much
Shamans,
signaling and
ancestral, spiritual communication. Shamans, ancestral, spiritual communication, right? Pleiadian soul family. Mm-hmm. Ooh, psyopsis, psilocybins, euthogenics, LSD, DMT, psychics, intuitive empaths, meditation, law of karma, Dozogen. That would be ascended light beings. Yeah. Or, oh, this is a great topic right here. So AI, right? Everybody talks about where AI originates from. Yeah, I'm still here. AI.
Yep.
Alex Jones did a show on this, and I remember it very well because I listened very well, right? AI, ascended light being control masters, machine elves being tied to these sentient AI protocols and programs that basically the flow of information that is the Matrix construct, just like the movie, that would be it. That would be the Mr. Anderson.
yeah, Mr.
Yes.
Anderson.
Higher mind, yoga, psychic healing, Akashic records, star macabre vehicles. Yeah, the oversoul, third eye, pineal gland. Did you know that the pineal gland has crystals in it that are piezoelectric, just like a piezoelectric crystal, that resonate? Yes, physically resonate, and crystals are neither a solid nor a liquid, but they exist in a state of vibration. A piezoelectric crystal that does none other than, what does it do? It amplifies and modifies. Think an amplifier for a stereo system. Your thoughts, actions, feelings, everything, the embodiment of the quantum entanglement of you, the being yourself, then is like through an antenna, if you will, or you as
Go ahead. I'm making weird backgrounds.
No, that's a cool one. I like it. And then, yeah, and then when you're accountable on all your own levels,
Like I said, let's
karmic
okay.
cycle.
Okay. It sounds like your mic was going in and out a little bit. I don't know if it was from me adding this noise or not, or if it's just acting weird. But so
To me,
let's break that down just a tad bit. Okay,
Sure.
What you just explained about the pineal gland, can you reiterate that material function?
Well, so how many devices operate on a piezoelectric crystal standard, like radios and transmitters and things like that? Watches, a lot of different technology operates on the standard of crystals, being piezoelectric, able to create current or create technology information transmuted through zeros and ones, I guess, if you will. I'm not sure exactly how that works, but think of it just like an antenna broadcasting. A station. That simple. Except we're the tower. We are the tower. And we are broadcasting what we are, our embodiment, our being. I am broadcasting myself into the universe on every level, on every frequency, on every vibration of light, on my being, on my power, on my energy that I choose into of my being, myself. And when I project that out into the ether with my piezoelectric crystals inside of my pineal gland, inside of my thoughts, my mind, my feelings, my actions, my intent, even my spoken word and my vibration into the quantum entanglement of the universe, like energy attracts like energy. That's a universal law. So if I want to raise my vibration up to a higher vibration, everything now that I have raised my vibration to in the universe upon universal law is now in a resonance vibration state available to resonate with my pineal gland on the quantum level of me and its entanglement into the universe. And throughout time, as it grows. And I've kind of chalked this up. My business tanked. I fell into art. Had my business not tanked, I would never have found the art or the arts. And it was a blessing in disguise, submitted by lots of people's lies. And through these eyes, I will recognize the divine's prize. Makes me realize, yes, my friend. So I am quantum, my being. It resonates its resilience out into the universe, and everything that is resonance within my energy and my being, my aura, my being, putting it into the universe. Throughout that time, as long as I believe it wholeheartedly, I am successful. I am. Maybe not today, but today in my mind, I am. And I choose to be. And there it is. And so it is. Like an affirmation into the universe. So throughout time, as I grow, my path, even though it has been like a shattered, broken canvas, it has been like a new canvas laid anew, painting a new beautiful picture of my own new liking and creation, but only through the help of alignment with the divine energy of the Christ consciousness and my spirit, and allowing him to flow through me and steer me without me being steering of my path. But within my being steered through him along my path, it allows me to have my intricate ways of being beautiful, divine as I choose to be, but also being based, awesome, the styles that I like, that captivates the minds of other people, that allows me to draw them into the divine energy of the Christ consciousness, the all, the ether, the power. Man, this is good.
Dude, yeah, this is great. Now let me get this. If you don't mind, let me pry a little bit because I'm super interested in this type of thing. So the pineal gland is a somewhat of a transmitter, but also a broadcaster, where it can take it can transform.
You ever heard of dowsing rods?
You've told me a little bit about the dowsing rods, but why do I always forget about what they do?
So
Like you put them in the ground to find water, I think?
No. So let's take a journey with me here. Okay, so dowsing rods. Usually you would be finding them to depict where water is. You hold them in your hand, like either two sticks or two brass rods or whatever. You don't clench them. They're free flowing, but as you walk, if you cross a underground water system, they will align in the path and the flow of that water. Now, this is used highly successfully by construction companies, even in Salt Lake City, that are big commercial, big ass construction companies. I mean, and not just in Utah, there's other states that use this dowsing rods to find water. And what people don't know is you can use it for other things. I used to have in my possession, and I don't know where it is, things come and go, and, things are materialistic that I am not in this world. But professionally doused gold maps, from old gold sites and stuff, which I have yet to find and explore or even see if I still have that stuff. But think like a bee or a bug or anything with antenna, bro. Same thing. My little antennas. Same concept. That's their dowsing rods. That's their pineal gland antenna. That's their resilience into the universe of how the natural knowing will know and teach them individually, like an animal, like a bee. They'll know where to go to be to the hive, to where it is, and they're in tune with it. They're all on that same vibration. They're all in tune with that same frequency. It's everything in creation is so divine on levels that people have no idea. They can't even fathom, and it's unfathomable levels of unfathomable and infinite in its creation. It's so beautiful, and it's pure love and light. But at the same time, truth is pain. It's honest. It's in your face. Without the darkness, you can't learn the light to embellish in the embodiment of the blessings in it, the joy, the love, all of that. That wouldn't even exist without the darkness. But at some level, within this matrix construct, it's like the two almost have to come to a bursting point, and we have to eliminate the darkness, at least for 1,000 years of Jubilee, where it is all just positive love and light without the constructs and the constrictions and the control and the whole, really just awful, evil structure that keeps us complacent. We're the only species on this planet that pays to live here.
There's an interesting, some experiment or something that I ran across, and it had to do with birds.
Birds aren't real.
No, not that one, but we could talk about that too. But where birds, some of them, most of them fly north or fly south during certain times of year.
Seasonal, lunar pole, lunar tides, but it's not all lunar. It's also electromagnetism. It's the whole construct of.
Well, let me finish this, and then I want to, I think it might tie into what you're saying, is just like you're saying right now. Yeah. So in this particular experiment, the birds would want to travel this way during a certain given time, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when these birds were completely jailed in like a full metal cage, it seemed to have blocked that pull or that electromagnetic thing that you're talking about.
Well, so think about this and us humans and the whole construct and control of the system, the schools, the jails, the whole system, the entertainment industry. It's tied to the occult and everything. The whole thing on purposely kept us from being in divine alignment with our Creator. Now, in an animal, natural at its most natural state, an animal in the wild where it exists at its most natural. That's weird. It went boop on mine and then boop on yours, loading and then loading. That's kind of interesting. But we exist at our most natural state in a divine alignment. And that's why animals will do what animals do, but it's also seasonal. It's also electromagnetism. It's seasonal cycles. They do. It's like if we didn't have the confines and the constructures of houses and walls, and we were more like, let's say, native, if you will. Native used to travel with the seasons, with the land, go as you will. They'd pack it up, they'd go. They were mobile. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
People were not meant to live in the construct of cities and confinement and basically a prison mind construct of a system, a controlled monetary system of struggle. I know people that work harder than people I've ever met in my entire lives, and I've seen them struggle more than anybody I've known, and it has nothing to do with bad choices. I've seen them make so many good choices, but I've seen so many good people just struggle. Like me, I've struggled my whole life, but I'll take my own accountability for a lot of my struggles. Is I chose into things myself when I was younger, but then there's still things that happen outside of accountability that life really happens. Me and my dad had it chalked up in 2016 before he died. We says in 4 months, it would only take 4 months for somebody in the United States, a good hardworking person, 4 months of losing a job, losing everything, getting behind on everything, to become homeless, kicked out on the streets. And then inside of that 4 months, credit's gone, rent's too high to get anything with credit, work history's gone because job may have, happenstance, especially things, I'm sure, with COVID. I'm sure there's a ton of people that have just barely been hanging on by the wings of a prayer. Like most of my life has been on the wings of a prayer, my friend. But still grateful for the Lord every day. I'll watch life burn down around me in all the circumstances, but I'll wake up happy, and I'll wake up ready to inspire people, and I'll be waking up ready to be successful in my mind and dazzle them with brilliance.
Well, with the incredible amount of inflation alone, people are hanging on by a string. And so me and my wife went shopping to make breakfast burritos and grab some stuff for dinner. And, we went to like a Latin market in town here. They usually get
Still
better,
money, money.
usually get better like deals, right? And it's like better values most of the time than like Safeway, for instance, on some things like on produce and stuff. And 2 bags, man, 2 bags, freaking $100. It was a damn good breakfast burrito, but shit,
Me and my wife the
dude.
other day. Me and my wife the other day, dude. And it wasn't nothing fancy. I mean, we got like shredded cheese, and she got some creamer for the coffee, so she don't like wake up and kill people because we make sure the wifey has coffee.
Yep.
I messed that up once.
Uh-oh.
You want to hear a funny story? And I don't mind telling it. Bless her heart, I love her to death. Last year, when I was living with my uncle, we had some frequency weather warfare going on that kicked our power out for 8 days. Just a second. Hey, would you stop licking yourself right there, please? Thank you, hi, sweetheart. Hi, other sweetheart. Where's baby boy? Is he in here too? No, he's up there. Oh, you want to be a part of the show? You want to be a part of the show? Well, hold on,
Hey,
silly.
give me 2 seconds, man. This water's going right through me.
You're good. Come on, come here. She can be a show dog. Silly girl. Look, I can't see you because you're not close enough. You have to be silly girl. Arr, arr. You're such a goofball. You're goofy. Goofy dog. Goofy girl. Who's goofy girl? All right, did you get enough attention? Can I continue, or you're just a happy girl right now? Goofy girl. You make a nice drum, though. See if we can find some bass in here. I found a drum.
What?
It's kind of a wiggly. It's a wiggly drum.
Is it a doggy drum?
It's a doggy drum. And she's just having it. She's like, just.
You got the rhythm. Sorry, man. You gotta tell me that story that I.
Oh, yeah, we were talking. I forgot what I was talking about. Whoa.
So you're gonna tell a story about not having coffee.
Oh yeah. So frequency war, weather warfare. We had the power knocked out for like 8 days in like 4 counties. So we was on generator backup, and no accident. The coffee pot for some reason wasn't where whatever it was. So we needed to go get a power inverter. So we went to Walmart. I hate Walmart. I don't like Walmart. Had to go to Walmart, and we bought this. And this was like day 3 of struggling through whatever we were doing. And she was just like, I'm gonna kill people if I don't get coffee. So she had to look like.
You have to cook it with a candle.
Yeah, something pretty close to that. So we go to Walmart and we buy this inverter, and I'm still like distraught, no sleep, because I'm waking up every freaking 2 hours to dump more fuel in the generator so we don't lose the freezer and we don't lose the pellet stove and we don't freeze to death because the lake's frozen. It's frozen, you know, frozen and snowing. And the power's out for 8 days, and we're just freezing. And it wasn't cold. I know people like way back on the other side of the world here that are just fucking freezing their asses off. You know, probably had some power issues, and I feel for them.
Yeah, that ain't no joke right there. That's much more dangerous than warm. It's much more freezing to death is much more dangerous than warm.
Yeah, so happenstance, we get back home with the power inverter, not a very fancy one, just enough to run a damn coffee pot. And me not thinking or looking, I mean, I just like, okay, I got this. Eyes half open, barely awake. I plug the inverter into the battery and I just hooked it up backwards. like 25-minute trip one way to the store. First shot, dude.
Dude, that is a downer.
Look at the wife. She looks at me and she's like, "No, you did it." And I'm like,
It's one of those things, man. You could just like laugh it off. You could only laugh it off and hope she laughs with
Yeah.
you.
It wasn't like tragic. I mean, I felt bad that I messed it up because like she really does good with her coffee, and without it, it's just hard for her to be nice to the
that's as
world.
tragic as it gets, right there. that's
Right.
devastation. You know how
No, I
many
love my
times?
wife. She's straightforward. She'll tell a motherfucker how it is, dude. If they rub us the wrong way, it's like she'll be like, look here. But she's my saving grace too,
Kick
because I will
rocks.
too.
Kick
I'll be
rocks.
nice. I'll be the nicest person you ever met until you give me like. I kind of went off on my old landlord that wasn't even willing to work out anything with us, that we'd left that place. But she had told me to illegally dump my boat into the river and push it out let the tide take it out into the sound so that it would become the tribe people's problem in my state.
Oh,
and
that's
texted
thoughtful.
texted that to us. Oh, just push it into the river, but there's slough behind our house, and let it flow down to the bay behind my house, and it'll be the natives' problem. I was like, you just texted that, didn't you? So, long story
Yeah, you
short,
just
the
texted
while went by, we got our stuff packed and all that, moved out, got the boat gone because she was worried about it, because I had a boat, but it was going to be a project. I was doing good at one point in time where my business was doing really good. People were happy, great customers, 5-star review, Better Business Bureau, the whole thing, license, bond, and insurance, taxes paid at a stupid, ridiculous rate. I couldn't tell you how much we made the freaking state money when our business was doing good. A lot. We had months where we were paying like $4,000 a month in taxes, easy, no problem, even as upwards of $6,000 sometimes. But then after all the bills and it takes to flow a business, a full home remodel and concrete construction business that's just me and the wife doing the whole shebang and everything, and the taxes and fuck, dude, it went under, man. And when we got screwed for $20,000. But without that, I wouldn't have found art. So everything happens for a reason. It's kind of been a blessing, but it's been a turmoilous thing that's still kind of cascading down as I build it up at the same time.
Think about this as when business is good and you're doing well, you are giving a lot of money to the state. And so when there's a lot of people like you doing really well, they're making a lot of money. They're getting a lot of tax money from that.
Well, here's the same sense though. My heart's not in construction anymore. I've worked for so many people and had very few people that were grateful, because they recognize that I do a great job. I've done it my whole life. I'm skilled in every freaking aspect, but the joy is gone. It's like, unless I know you personally or closely and we're doing it together, I don't even have any joy in building anything anymore. It's like, but at the same time, the Lord allowed me to fall in love with art and video and all this other stuff. I know I got to go find a job. I've been looking for jobs. I put in 23 applications this morning online. Indeed, right in my area. Man, I don't know. Shit's rough.
Yeah.
But
for sure.
In the meantime, I can make videos and art at the light speed that I do and interact with. Hopefully I can find a job, because I gotta do something to perpetuate the stupid cycle of the man with taxes that don't go where we want and don't do what we want, which I hate the most.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, but I
like your Social Security that comes out of your check. Do you think that goes to you?
Well, they don't want it to, and they've already spent a lot of it.
Not that that's a bad thing, but it's supposed to go to the people that are currently on Social Security at that time.
Technically, I don't think it's supposed to be like that. I could be wrong. I could be naive, but from what I understand,
I could be wrong too.
We each pay into Social Security, and
that's not held like a bank account that we get when we retire. Hell no, dude.
Yeah, and it goes into different investments or whatever they call them. Different, they could buy bonds with it. They could do a lot of different things. And
probably different Khazarian-controlled banking institutions that probably in some roundabout way has ties to your straw man account, which is like your your bank, your birth certificate, and your social security card tied to a certain monetary fund that's traded on like 10 or whatever, how many stock markets. It's got probably millions of dollars that for the United States corporation to trade on your behalf since the day you were born.
So in a regular economy, as we've had for many years, that money is invested and it's spread, in a safe way, and it goes up a certain percent, right? It accrues. It generates more money, right, from the investment into companies, and so that money is growing. On average, like 7%. On some good years, could double that pretty easily. Of course, on some bad years, it could be less than that, but it's growing, and that is money that you put in yourself, and it's not money for that you're paying a future generation or an earlier generation for. That's the big lie that we're led to believe.
If that was the case,
because that's why it's disappearing, right? Because they're fucking stealing the money.
If that's the case, I choose to identify as retired right now. Give me my social security, dude. And I've paid so much into that motherfucker my whole life, dude. We're talking. I've worked dude, I poured concrete for 20 years and I've been in full home remodel full time, all of it since I was 17 years old when my mom punched my counselor in high school after I met her. Moved from Las Vegas to Utah and met my mom, and counselor was like, well, maybe he's struggling because he moved up here with you. My mom looked at her and
cracked him, huh?
check him out. And I was full-time handyman with my stepdad that ran his own handyman business since I was 17 years old, dude. Hard knocks. And got into commercial and residential concrete with my best friend's brother-in-law that still runs his business, and fights the struggle like a good American, man. I'm a concrete finisher, and I can't even do it anymore. I have so much neuropathy pain going on in my hand, but I would do it if I had to. I'd be like, duct tape that fucking trowel to my motherfucking hand and send me out there on my knee boards, bro. I got them. I'll go get them out of storage, put them on the bus, my bucket of trowels. What's up? Because my work truck's gone.
Cortisone me up. Juice me up. Get me out there.
Juice me up. Just tie the motherfucking float to my hand. I got this shit.
Just get me going, man. I feel you, dude.
Bro. I've sold so many slabs by hand and made so many bosses stupid. I mean, I watched them buy homes, brand new trucks, and I've watched my shit get repoed. I've watched bills get behind, and these motherfuckers still buy trucks every year. They still go back and talk to customers where I did 99% of the shit. All they did is slap lipstick on a pig and it's like, here's my business. Look at this guy. I paid him like $22 an hour to do that shit for y'all. I made some money.
Yeah, they just
like
drive
all my
they just
life,
drive
dude.
up. They just drive up in their truck every once in a while.
Oh, yeah. But I made some great relationships over the years with customers. But I mean,
we'll harass you for a few minutes.
Yeah, I've gone back to stuff I poured 20 years ago, and it still looks fantastic. Why? Because I did it right.
It's I know we're kind of
it's my turn.
We go everywhere and we go anywhere, man. But it's crazy to think about the pineal gland and how it gets activated. I know you've said it time and time. You said it. I've heard you say it several times now. How this because it gets activated at death, and I think that's pretty well known at this point.
So does that DMT.
That's what I. Yeah,
that's DMT when you die. That resonates with that pineal gland.
Yeah.
But meditation, you can also actively produce DMT when you have enlightened yourself enough inside meditation. And I am not saying that I am capable of it. I am learning all of these things, at a very, very slow rate because I have a million things going on in my mind. But through my teachings, you can actually learn to meditate in higher states of consciousness where you can actually produce those levels of DMT to astral travel with your pineal gland and be that benevolent spiritual. But it's divine. That's why it's like shamanic practice and stuff is ancient stuff. It's biblical. Divination was in the Bible. Yes, it was. Those practices were also in the Bible. Those things were used. There is a occultism side of things and there is a benevolent side of things. Now, you don't play with the spirits intertwined in that familiar or unfamiliar. It says don't do that, but you're aware that they're there. That's shit that's beyond the veil. They should have not of this earth, right? But it's still interconflicted with us being here in the construct and the matrix, not being able to experience all of that until you either do some DMT or you check out. You know.
Yeah, it's very interesting because you hear about like the spinal fluid secretion as well. That's emitting DMT through your whole.
That's tied to. That's tied to, dude. I read some really cool, and I wish I could find it again about the secretion. Is tied to cycles, magnetic lunar cycles, like dates, certain dates. Because everything's spellcasting with words being resilience and frequency and power. Everything is, but dates having certain things to do with certain things too, through the spinal fluid and the Christ consciousness, and certain things tied to like even the Kundalini and the different chakra alignment processes, like certain parts of the chakra alignment tying into certain dates and certain cycle functions and lunar periods or whatever they are, or even causing periods. I can't remember. It's been a while, but cool reading information. It really was really intricate and cool to read when I read it. But it's there,
and it's
in a lot of places.
Yeah, and you notice, I think it doesn't take too much attention or awareness to kind of notice that some unique habits come along with like a full moon. Some interesting aspects of people can come out during like a full moon experience.
Let's say like a magnetic disarray or a disruption towards certain people's pineal gland in certain levels that maybe shift them to be weirder. It just affects things. And things affect things. It's kind of like science or physics. Anything in physics you were taught, everything has an equal and opposite reaction. Any energy has an equal and opposite effect in energy in any instance. If I push, there's a polar or resistance, in some level, whether it be 0, -0, whatever it is, but it's still there.
Yeah, and when you think about this thing as like a receptor or as a transmitter, right?
You said receptor too, and that's you're freaking absolutely right. Very, very susceptible to people, things, energy, vibes. So you actually, anybody, as this being that we are, we have a whole projected what is it called? Think of like a toroidal donut, right? Like think of a donut, a toroidal, okay, toroidal field. Embodiment, like a corona toroidal field embodiment around us, like almost think a force field. And that force field, depending on its nature or color of your aura, is what you're vibing on, your energy, your vibration. It can be very bright, it can be very bright and divine, or it can be those different cool benevolent colors, or it can be weird, it can be off. But when you don't pick up on those tones and energy and things, you can actually, if you realize it, you can see people absorb it from other people and just watch them kind of be lurked into paths, and they didn't even realize it unconsciously because they're not aware of those things.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
There are people that are very good at manipulating that shit too, and convincing people that recognize it pretty well that they're not that, and then they turn out to be that. I've dealt with that my entire life too. It's kind of weird how that cosmic alignment works when it's on that level.
Yeah, it's also quite interesting to see, like, on a personal level, how you thrive in different places, how you thrive in different regional, local places. Like, if your body is on this part of the land opposed to a different part of the land, or somewhere, hundreds and thousands of miles away even, or whether you're at this elevation or you're at this elevation, how your body connects in relationship, I think in relationship to the planet that we're on, in correlation with the other planets and energy movements around us, and how that could change. With obviously, there's a big impact from the sun, from your position to the sun as well.
That's a whole nother topic itself. We could talk about the sun. We could talk about the black sun. We can talk about the Masonic symbolism tied to the occult of the mirrored black sun, the sun being a portal for what it is, things being local, not as far away as say things are claimed to be. We can talk about the firmament and the biblical reference. I mean, there's a million different ways that we can spin that one. We can talk about Chinese trying to simulate fake suns tied to weather balloons and weather modification programs and all kind of stuff. And we dive. I can take 400 million rabbit holes and turn it into 400 million other rabbit holes inside of themselves, and it's just it's mind-boggling.
The other part of the pineal gland that is interesting, and I know I kept kind of forcing my way back over there, is this like inverted projection that takes place. This kind of
like the filter, like the filter.
Kind of like the filter.
It's like throwing a screen over it, and you can only see this much. That's all you get to see. You don't get to see all the rest of that shit going on.
Well, it's like a ambassador for the non-existent to become existent, for nothing to become something.
Would that be the control structure that keeps that very defined line between, okay, so there it is, it's all there, or it's, it's there, but there's a wall, there's a barrier.
Yeah, and part of that seems to come from within our personal source, and we have our own personal creative energies
so
that interact with others.
I love these topics too, because the great, so in my theology, in my mind, in my philosophy, everybody, all 8 billion people on this planet, you have non-role playing characters like bots, sheeple, just so zombie, they don't matter. You have people being awake and intelligent and wakened up to the reality of what the fuck has been done. And then you've got other people that just completely dive into what they're being fed and regurgitate it and get pissed off with their feelings, thoughts, emotions. And I really like how that picked up that speaker in the background. That's cool.
My speaker or yours?
No, mine right there.
Oh, let me make my screen bigger.
It's right above my head. Picked it up.
Oh, that is tight. That is tight. And just like the perfect little square too.
I would turn it on, but I connected it to my computer before we started, and if I did that, it'd really get wonky real quick.
Yeah, that is freaking cool.
Yeah.
And I love that frog too. That every time I look at it, I feel like connected to that frog. Like I know that feeling.
I that's one of my favorite frogs to prompt. I don't do it very often, but when I do, I just try and make it as much more incredible as the last one. And I think I should try and reprompt that one soon again. But I made some really cool art with that video, man. That was rad.
That was rad. Oh, you want to see a stupid video?
Sure.
Yeah, let me pull it up. I'll show you this. I got this old.
And then after that, I'm gonna probably dive off of here because my wife will be getting home soon, and I'm gonna spend some time with her. But we'll watch this video and
yes, sir.
hang out with that.
Let me get it all prepped up. Whoops! Don't start playing. I didn't say. Let's see.
And you'll have to share it in the entire screen window. Click the image and click the sound on. Otherwise, it won't run the sound. But you'll also have to change the format.
Oh, you know what? I did a whole damn show, like watching like Joe Dispenza and like different like motivators talk, and I was hearing it all, and then when I went back to check on how it went, it was all silent because I found out if you share like multiple windows with StreamYard, it doesn't capture the sound, but if you share one window, then it does capture the sound.
Right.
at least
so,
on whatever level I was paying for. Oh yeah, that was
So
a tough lesson.
it's like if you have 5 windows open where you're trying to capture just a window, that's where it has difficulties. You have to not go windows. You have to go to the option to the left, which I can't remember what it was, and then click it to get the sound. But me, I just do better than that. I'm like, yeah, I'll just share my entire computer screen, and I share the entire screen, click on the image, and then hit the audio on, and then send it, and then I just can shift my entire desktop, or I can open up a new tab, or whatever I pull up displays on the StreamYard if I'm in theater mode. If I'm not in theater mode, it'll still put it in the StreamYard layout where which one you choose. But if you don't switch it out of the just me and you view and you do all of that, it won't switch it out of the it won't display the windows that you're displaying.
Oh,
So it's
this this was just a short video, but it was like
Yeah, I can see it. I can see it. So you're displaying good.
okay, yeah, this was like a little shit video I did many years ago, like at least 20.
Okay.
But dude, I thought it's stupid enough to worth sharing.
Send it.
I will show you how seriously I don't take myself. Yeah, let's do it. Oh, let me stop that background sound. All right. Yeah, man. I'm glad that we got to hang out. This was some really great conversation.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's super good.
And we could just dig in, man. We could do this again and just keep digging into this stuff because it's meaningful and it's
Well, check
interesting.
this out, too. It's like when I run my show, I like it when you pop on there too. We could have these great conversations and dive right into, and I can make art about it at the same time, and then we could put it into some video. I could probably get some lyrics where me and you I could put the lyrics up on the screen probably, and we could take a shot at it, recycle it. We could make some music, man. We'll put the lyrics to where we can both practice reading them in our video or stream, whatever we want, man. That's what we do on the Art Fan Show.
Yep.
Same with you.
Yep.
We don't have an agenda. We just do what we want.
Exactly. Just enjoy and grow. You know, that's the goal at least. All right. I'm gonna play this, and here we go. Yeah.
Yep. Send it.
Cannon bolt, jolt your world into revolt. You might not feel the bullet flying out of my colt. If you do, that sucks for you. Accept your fate if you can. You understand you're too late. I'm beyond gone. Matter of fact, I've done it so wrong. Experience in the drop of the pain that makes us too strong. Watch you fall, collect your energy. That's what you get for fucking with the enemy. From the no up to 510. Break yourself, we're taking control. Ask for this clip that I'm fit to unload. You're about to be equipped with a brand new asshole. I said it before, don't make me say it again. No one contends with my enemy pen. Each stroke, murdering foes, playing a wind. Gun smoke, murking your flows until the end.
This is good, dude.
This is the stupid shit I love to do.
Dude, I love it. I would have played this over and over on repeat in my truck. I had a bad stereo in it, dude. That's cool.
Yeah, that was fun stuff, man. That's like,
Even though I'm going quick and I'm making him choke, even though I'm gonna stab him and get to the throat, even though I'm just chilling and doing my thing, I just got a big old message with the dream, chilling all back because you know I'm fly, even though I be chilling like that guy. You know what I mean? I just like doing it. It's fun.
hell yeah, it is fun. Excuse me. Yeah, dude, this was
Well, hey, listen, brother.
good show, man. I'm gonna head off with you, and I appreciate you. I'll let you
Yeah.
say your goodbyes, and You know, people, we got it going for a little while. We had about 16 people at the top, which is a lot for my
Yeah,
show because
dude,
not too many
cool.
people know about it.
Right, same with mine, but it's all right, man. We're just making it happen, man. I like being on your show. I love the conversation. You come on my show, same thing. We just hang out, man. We do what we want. Bust out some jams.
God
Hey, and we
damn.
should definitely make some more of them stupid music videos for
Oh,
sure.
dude, I dream of it,
I'd like
bro. I dream
I
of
could
it.
be like, it would be cool to make a music video, right, with the editing that I've got, and then do a screen record with I can cut out certain parts of my screen now. If I actually had the money to pay for that recorder, I could get the watermark out of there. But it'd be cool to make a music video with me and you busting out the rhymes in the double caption, just like this in the video, in the background of the computer screen. Then it would have the rest of the music video, and then changing it just like that one I made. But then us just getting it, like hanging out. You know what I mean?
We got to do it. We got to make that happen because that would be like just we'd probably like
Epic.
run into so many barriers and it'd be like so much
Oh, I'm
fun
sure.
like trying to figure
Right.
out how to fucking make it happen. Like,
Right.
oh,
You're
how
like,
the hell
trying
can
to-
we do this? And
Trying to mash up the mic on the Rumble video, trying to do it all live in the studio. You know, we got it crazy. We do it on the spot. I'm gonna clack this image and make it real hot. I'm gonna drop in some rhymes and make it chill. I see a guitar that the looks could kill. Maybe we'll strike the strings and make it hot. And maybe we'll rock this rhymes and do it a lot.
fuck yeah, dude. Yeah.
All right, brother. I
love it,
appreciate
man.
you. And we're
Thank
gonna
you, my
step out.
friend.
And yeah, for anybody out there listening, come check me out too on justmeartfan.com. I sell gear and clothes. And then you can also check me out on the Just Me Art Fan show live on Rumble when I do my podcasts, which I don't have I just do them whenever. And I do like 9-hour shows where I teach you guys how to make stuff like that.
Yeah, and you're gonna see just if you go check them out, dude. There's gonna be like just endless art, and I guarantee
Forever, dude.
you're gonna find like something that resonates so deeply. Maybe you're not into light from the heavens and sitting and meditating and becoming one with the powers that be, like that image in back. Maybe you like cool cars. Maybe you like frogs.
Send me that video that you made. Yeah. And I'm gonna throw some them 1954 COEs slam down in it, painted up. I'm gonna throw some of my characters. I'm gonna do some cool stuff with that, and maybe throw that beat in there too, and then add to it and do some.
I will try to do that. The only problem is I am having trouble getting to my old hard drive because the drivers are so old. They're not syncing with my laptop.
How did you share that video? All you got.
Well, it's on YouTube, but this one's on a YouTube channel that I cannot get back into.
Okay, so simple enough. All you got to do is be able to pull it up on your screen, and I could pull out my Moabi screen recorder and get at least that. But I haven't paid for it because I don't have the money. But it would have the watermark. But we'll talk about that later, bro. I'm gonna step out, and I think my wife just got home. So
Right
I'll
on,
holler
brother.
at you later.
Hey, thanks for
Use
joining
this-
the show, man. I appreciate that. Big time.
Love you, bro.
Love you
You
too,
rock.
man. God bless.
You too.
All right. Well, that was a lot of fun for me. That was an awesome 2 hours of conversation, and sharing. And thanks for everybody who has tuned in to, this kind of unpredictable conversation. Although sometimes when it comes to myself and Just Me Art Fan, you can predict that we are going to start talking about some esoterical and spiritual things most of the time. You could maybe assume that we will do some art related. And so far, every time we've been on Strange Light Radio, we get to busting some flows. And I can't say that mine were flowing, but I don't really care that much. It's just having fun. And but I'll find a way to get the setup so I could get into the zone. Maybe we'll see. Yeah, so appreciate it and have a freaking awesome evening and all that good stuff. God bless you. Good night. Stay safe and stay free. Adios.